Grace Church High School is Episcopalian in New York and it forced people to attend a drag queen celebration on April 27th in their church in what they call the Pride Chapel. The drag queen went on the altar and twerked with other students and had the caption on some of their photos that they shared to their Instagram account. This caption, "He went to church to teach the children today." And with the other pictures, it asked if you would go to church for a drag queen celebration. Children complained that they were forced to participate when they didn't want to. But I'm going to ask the deeper question, why the church? As this become more normalized by their goals and designs, why not the auditorium or the classrooms or the gym? There is something very intentional about wanting it in the church, that this is holy and righteous behavior, that this is something that should be praised and celebrated, and if you don't, well, you better. Isn't that something how humans are, all of us, that we want to take our innermost desires and force others to appreciate it and call that holy and righteous, even when it isn't? Psalm 93, "Your statutes stand firm. Holiness adorns your house for endless days, O Lord." You may see it sick and depraved for what they're trying to do to God's house, and I argue humans have been doing it for centuries. Even when Solomon built his beautiful temple, it didn't take long before false idols and false worship would be brought in. Even though we build something for God's worship, we are always trying to make it worshiping ourselves. And yet the truth of God still is firm. Your statutes stand firm. Holiness adorns your house. What God says is always true, no matter how much humans dance and twerk about it. No matter how much you and I want something sinful in our life. Maybe that's not our sin that I highlighted. Maybe your sin is something different. It doesn't really matter. We always want something evil to be seen as holy and righteous, and yet God's statutes stand firm forever. You see how our culture and our world are trying to normalize every kind of sin. You try to do it too. Let's go back to God's word, to the Psalms, to the scriptures, to see what stands firm forever, no matter how much we try to glorify the self. Let's glorify the Lord and conform to what He says we should do.